Alright, welcome back to Pokemon Imperialism Metronome Edition. So I made at least one mistake last time. I just completely forgot to add Charmander. So that's fun. So I re-added him. He is now in one of Trico's spots. Sorry, Trico. I don't know. Alright, anyway, let's get the battles started once it loads. First match will be Piplup versus whoever is southeast. So that's gonna be Sobble versus Piplup. Two water types. And I forgot to sign in. So that's great. Alright, there we go. Alright. Piplup versus Sobble. Alright, let me just get it up. Find a user. Open. And there we go. We're on the battle. Took me way too long. Alright, starting off with the Struggle Bug, followed by Electric Terrain. That could be huge if either one gets electric moves. Ceaseless Edge. No attack boost. Oh, Energy Ball. There was no attack boost from Metal Claw, and there's another Metal Claw. No attack boost either. Shadow Punch from Sobble doesn't get the KO. Drain Punch will heal Piplup, so the move basically did nothing. Ceaseless Edge from Sobble also, there's a spike on both sides now. Ember won't do much to a water type. Sobble gets dual Wing Beat and takes down Piplup. Prinplup is up next. Sobble starts with Teeter Dance. Prinplup is confused, and Psyblade won't take down Sobble since they're not really known for being physical attackers. Another Ceaseless Edge. Sweet Kiss. Sobble is also confused. And Prinplup, man. Oh, Prinplup messed up. They both now have around 45%. Triple Kick misses, but Prinplup really needs the special moves right now. Oh, Yawn! Prinplup really needs the special moves, since that's what their best stat is. It's Rizzing Swift Miss, I'll be honest. No Para from Bounce. Sobble tries to use Encore, that won't work. And Sobble uses Force Palm, but it could have gone better if Prinplup was awake because it's possible paralysis. Fissure hits! Oh my gosh! The first Oko hit of the series. Glare paralyzes Empoleon. Sobble can't escape anymore. And Sobble uses Milk Drink. It's at half HP. And Psychic Noise will prevent those moves for Sobble now. Saddle gets Charge Beam and raises its special attack. It now only has 10 power points. Empoleon heals. And unfortunately, it is frozen whenever Sobble goes. So, Air Cutter doesn't do much. Sobble faints. So now Empoleon just needs... And a paralyzed Empoleon just needs to take down Drizzile and Inteleon. No more overgrow for Empoleon. Empoleon still won't be faster because it's paralyzed. Grass Pledge deals decent damage, but they're looking for fighting and ground moves. And electric. I don't know why I forgot electric. Specifically, electric moves or Aura Sphere might be best. Well, especially Aura Sphere. Well, now any move because of the plus attack. But, oh, there's Sacred Sword. Empoleon almost, made sure he would be defeated by himself because he raised Drizzile's attack. Circle Throw KOs Empoleon, and that's going to be a victory for Sobble. Nope. Wrong color. So let's see what Sobble's team gets. It looks like Inteleon, who just did not battle, is getting special defense EVs, which probably isn't the best considering its special attack isn't great, or special defense isn't great already. So that was basically a waste in my opinion. But next we have Sobble again. And they will be going southwest. So southwest is going to be Quaxley. Unfortunately, it's not touching Charmander, so there's no type advantage there. Let's get this battle started. Quaxley. Correct. I'm not going insane. Yep, it's Quaxley. This is the first one with 2 areas. No matter what, winner gets 2 areas. An immediate solar beam. Will Quaxley be able to KO Sobble, or will Sobble get the solar beam off? Sparkling Aria won't do it, and it looks like Quaxley still manages to live. I don't know if it had, I don't remember if it got special defense, and Sobble is now asleep. Quaxley uses Stone Edge and gets a crit. Sobble is still asleep. Quaxley only needs, oh, there we go. I was gonna say a grass or physical electric move. Drizzile is out next. And uses Flatter, which is the special version of Swagger. Unfortunately, Incinerate does get rid of Drizzile's berry, and Drizzile actually gets hit by Dynamic Punch. I never see that. Unless, you know, it has no guard. So Quaxley is confused as well as Drizzile. Never mind, Quaxley breaks out, gets a damaging presence, and now they're at roughly the same amount of HP. Drizzile will get triple kick and actually hit it this time. But it's looking pretty over for Drizzile unless they can clutch up. Temper Flare won't do it. Bolt Strike will though. That seems a bit like overkill. Inteleon uses Brine, which won't do much. Spatial Rend will do things, though. That's for sure. And just like that, Inteleon is at 1/3. Never mind, it is at 1/3. Or he is at 1/3, I should say. Inteleon uses First Impression. And Quaxwell goes for Confusion. No Confusion, though. And Inteleon only goes for Quick Attack, and Waterfall will KO, meaning that Quaxly's team has won. Meaning that these areas go to Quaxly now. There's gotta be an easier way to do this, but I don't know. Alright, let's see what Quaxly gets. Worms. Looks like Quaxwell will be gaining 10 speed EVs. So, let's see who is next to battle. Litten. This should be interesting. Maybe. Open directions. Litten will be going west. And that will be Chikorita. Because there's two Littens that are west. That have Chikorita as the west value. Chikorita versus Litten. If Chikorita wins, they get 3. Syrup Bomb misses, not a great start. Parting Shot from Litten. Chikorita's even weaker. Torcat comes out and misses Fury Swipes. This is like Miss City. Fire Pledge won't do anything after the debuff and the resist. Torcat then gets Meteor Mash, does not get the attack boost, and Chikorita heals the damage that it dealt. Ice Punch from Torcat brings Chikorita down to a 4th. Acid does not poison or lower special defense, whatever it does. It's one of those two. Bayleaf will now come out. And Torcat gets Rock Throw, and Bayleaf returns with Fire Punch. Because apparently, Chikorita line loves their fire. Volt Switch means Litten will come back out on a Psychic Fangs. If they switched into Incineroar, they would have dealt nothing. Rollout from Bayleaf. It can get very dangerous now. They need to take down this Bayleaf as soon as possible. Or Whirlwind. That also works, although I do have to do the annoying thing. Okay. Metronome gets just Judgment. Frost Breath won't do much because it's a nice move. They really love the moves that fire resist. Terrain Pulse won't do anything for the most part. Parabolic Charge does heal Meganium a bit. And it's looking like Torcat's gonna go down soon. Glaciate does lower Meganium's speed. Ice Beam, once again, they resist. They really love when the fire types can resist them. Dynamic Punch does hit again. Tearful Look also lowers Torcat's stats, so we'll see if he's able to KO. That won't do anything, unfortunately. Corner Attack nearly KOs. Torcat gets Tickle, and Meganium hits itself in confusion in return. Torracat gets Iron Head, which does not KO, and it does not flinch, but all Meganium does is just swap defenses. Torracat then gets Sleep Powder, which won't do anything. Fling does not KO Torracat, and in fact, Torracat restores the power... Nope, Meganium restores the power points, it looks like. Nope, Torracat did. I just can't read. Bitter Blade does KO Meganium, so Torracat basically restored its power points for free. Another fire move. Torracat gets Psychic Noise, which doesn't KO, and it looks like it's going to be not KO because Bayleaf really wants to get Spikes up. Toxic, Bayleaf is now on a short timer. They need to KO Incineroar within like 3 turns, I think. Incineroar gets missed. There's no more lowering stats for Incineroar. Bayleaf should now outspeed Incineroar, considering Incineroar is not fast. It does. Mountain Gale, that's an ice move, because remember, they love their ice moves and fire moves. Not so much grass or water. Bayleaf gets Cosmic Power, and Incineroar tries to ally switch. Bayleaf needs to KO now. They do not KO now. Moonblast is protected, but Bayleaf goes down, meaning this victory goes to Incineroar. That was kind of an unfair match, if I'm being honest, but hey, luck of the draw. I can't do anything about it. Sorry, Chikorita fans. So let's see what they get for winning. Incineroar gains 10 speed EVs, his worst stats. Because of course. Alright, let's see who is up next. Score Bunny will be heading in a direction. That is a fact. I know. They will be facing southwest. It's Torchic. We have a fight. We have a fiery fight, some may say. Torchic versus Score Bunny. I was about to click Litten. Alright. Score Bunny goes first and uses Eerie Spell, which doesn't do its special spite action. Bolt Strike. Torchic does raise its defense the turn before, but it is paralyzed and does get fully paralyzed immediately after. Poison Tail won't do much because of the defense. Bounce will make Score Bunny not hit, but Solar Beam is a 2-turn move, and Torchic does get the paralysis, but Score Bunny breaks through it, and Torchic does not break through it. Score Bunny does not break through, but Torchic does, and it uses Speed Swap, so I think now Torchic should outspeed, and it does, but both of them are paralyzed, so that was a nothing turn. Torchic uses Rock Fall, so now it's basically at neutral speed, or Score Bunny's neutral speed, I should say. Torchic is once again paralyzed. Score Bunny nearly KOs it with Boom Burst. And Torchic misses the Aqua Tail. Focus Blast also misses, so Torchic luckily didn't have to suffer because of it. Flash Cannon does not get the special defense drop, but Score Bunny is fully paralyzed, and Torchic is fully paralyzed, and Torchic does not go down to Icicle Crash. Torchic then uses Attack Order, and Scorbunny finally takes down the chicken. Combuskin then uses Volt Switch to immediately switch into Blaziken. Apparently it's a scaredy cat. And Scorbunny immediately misses a Rock Slide. Blaziken then uses Retaliate, which takes down Scorbunny. I'm not that surprised. And Raboot comes in to face Blaziken. And Aggressive Glide won't do much damage. And Blaziken uses Reversal, which is stab, but deals more damage the less HP you have, so that obviously won't do much damage. Frost Breath is once again resisted, and Rock Slide will do massive damage to Raboot. Of course, Raboot uses Strength Sap to restore its HP, and Blaziken's weaker. Zing Zap does not paralyze. And Raboot uses Aura Sphere, though it's not a special attacker. Dragon Breath also does not paralyze. It seems like it always paralyzes when I'm doing a normal run. Raboot gets Tail Glow, as all Blaziken can do apparently is Heat Wave. Raboot then hits Inferno, because of course it does. Every 50% accurate move is hitting in this series for whatever reason. And Cinderace comes out, taking down Blaziken with a Razor Shell. So theoretically, Cinderace should have the advantage since it's fully evolved. And it's showing. That advantage is showing. It immediately uses Drill Run on Combuskin. And it's just setting up. It's just setting up. Oh, they're both setting up. That was like a nothing turn. Cinderace then uses Sandsear Storm to take down Combuskin. And Torchic goes down. Unfortunate turn of events for Turtwig. Torchic. Anyway, let's see what he gets for winning. It's looking like Raboot will gain 10 special defense EVs. Because everything deals with special defense, apparently. I don't know. Let's see who's next. Trico. And Trico will be heading in what direction? East. Trico will be heading east, so that's to Scorbunny. This will be a huge win if they manage to win. They will gain 4 pieces of land. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4. But they do have the type advantage. Nightshade immediately deals 100 damage to Trico, as all they can do is astonish the Scorbunny. Scorbunny gets a future sight up as Trico tries to swallow its spear, I guess. Steel Wing nearly takes down Trico as Waterfall comes out, but Trico isn't very strong, and Scorbunny explodes. Anyway, Raboot and Grovyle come out. Grovyle uses Glaciate. Once again, they really love using moves that fire types resist, and I have to do one of those turns. Alright, Sceptile uses Steel Wing on Raboot, does not get the boost, and Raboot paralyzes Sceptile. Raboot then uses Wing Attack. That's huge. Sceptile then uses Guard Swap, which isn't great for Sceptile. Chloroplast is huge damage, but it's also huge damage to itself. Raboot gets Ice Shard, taking down Sceptile. It's officially up to Mr. Grovile. Grovile uses Prismatic Laser, just barely doesn't KO, and now it has to recharge and take a hit from Raboot, which it does not. Oh, Raboot gets that win. I thought they were done for after the, Misty Explosion. But it turns out, it was best case scenario for them. So Score Bunny actually has like half of the, wait, that was East. Okay, so I don't know my directions. That's good to know. But I'm not redoing that. One, it's mid-recording. But two, I didn't realize it, and we did the battle, so too late. Sorry, Chico fans. I have to pay attention more next time. But good to know I don't know my directions. Boy Coco is next. We'll get to see him. And the direction is heading southeast. Let's actually get this right this time. That's going to be Quaxley. This is work 4 again. And it's Paldea versus Paldea. So we'll see how that goes for both sides. Let's open it up. Boy Coco versus Quaxley. Quaxley immediately gets Luster Purge to lower Boy Coco's special defense, and Boy Coco returns with a measly aerial ace. Quaxley then heals up that 9.9% that lost, and Smog gets the poison as it just removes the damage that Quaxley healed. Quaxley does paralyze Boy Coco, and Boy Coco tries to reversal, but it doesn't go that great. Quaxley uses Swift, nearly takes down Boy Coco, and gets Sandstorm up. So along with the poison, Quaxley will be having to deal with the Sandstorm for the next 4 turns, as well as Crocolore. Crocolore gets Tail Slap, will hit more than twice, 3 times. Quaxley goes down to poison, and Crocolore gets Dragon Claw on Quaxwell as Quaxwell returns with Stone Axe. That'll deal 25% to Skeledirge on switching. Flame Wheel is resisted, of course. Crocolore uses Vice Grip, massive damage. Whirlpool. So now Crocolore has to deal with damage from Quaxwell and also... Oh, never mind. He fainted. Skeledirge immediately starting off with 75%, but getting Thunderbolt. Quaquaval comes out, and now it is a battle. Dragon Cheer fails. Skeledirge gets a Sky Attack. Let's see if it actually happens. Cork Chains. Quaquaval just ruined itself. Not that it matters, since there's going to be no more switch-ins unless, like, U-turn or something like that happens. Quaquaval heals most of the damage that just happened. Skeledirge gets Belly Drum. Quaquaval gets Dragon Dance in return, and Skeledirge gets Sludge Wave. No poison. Skeledirge just needs a physical move and it's over. Smart Strike does not KO Skeledirge since it's resisted. Magnetic Flux, I don't know what the heck that does. Quaquaval gets Electro Web, nearly taking down Skeledirge. Any attack will KO it now. Quaquaval gets burned. So now it's on a small timer. It's very close, and it looks like Quaquaval will take it. What a great battle. This is a type of battle I was thinking would happen throughout this. Obviously, I was wrong. We have had much less entertaining battles. But hey, as long as we get at least 2 of those, I'm fine with that. Alright. So what does Quaquaval and his team get? Quaxley gets 10 EVs in special defense. Why is everything getting special defense? Did I make everything special defense? No, I did not. Okay. So, let's see who is next to battle. And I should probably remove the Pokemon that I've lost. Quaxley is not getting a break. Quaxley has to defend his 6 pieces of territory again against whoever is northwest, which is gonna be Grookey, kind of. Yeah, I would say Grookey. Alright, Grookey versus Quaxley. Once again, a type disadvantage. Grookey can get 7 pieces of or have 7 pieces of territory after this battle if everything goes great for it. Grookey gets 4, so now can freely set up if it wants to. It does get Head Smash and does massive damage to itself. But almost any attack will KO Quaxley, and Quaxley goes down immediately. Turn 4, and we already have a KO. Grookey gets Glare of Paralysis. Grookey no longer has Overgrow, but I don't think that cares about that. Grookey then gets Assurance, won't do much. Burning Jealousy will not KO Grookey, nor will it Burn, so that's good for it, I guess. Grookey then gets Dragon Breath, no paralysis from Quaxwell. And Quaxwell takes down Grookey. So now it's Thwackey versus Quaxwell. It's not looking great for Quaxwell. It does have minus defense, but it gets high jump kick. Thank goodness it didn't miss, otherwise it would be just Quaquaval. Any flinch? No flinch. Heart Swap swaps the defense stat, or defense drop I should say. And because of that, Quaxwell is able to live in attack but gets fully paralyzed. So it will probably faint. Nope, it just gets its speed lowered. And it's paralyzed again. Quaxwell's not having the best turn of events. Quaxwell still lives and gets Hex on Thwackey, but it's looking like it's over for... Nope, because Thwackey's having Mercy again. I'm telling you, you don't want to have Mercy in these types of battles. Thwackey does not take down because of Dream Eater not being able to hit unless the target is asleep. Thwackey gets Tailwind. He's just keeping Quaxwell alive for no reason. And Quaxwell finally goes down. That took way too long. Thwackey gets Pin Missile, only hits 3 times. Quaquaval gets Supersonic. Thwackey only has 6 more power points of Metronome before it can eat its berry. Quaquaval gets Vacuum Wave, Stab. Quaquaval gets Eerie Impulse to lower Thwackey's special attack. Dragon Hammer deals 20%. Quaquaval misses a Hypnosis. Thwackey gets Bubble Beam. No speed drop. Quaquaval gets Roleplay. And Thwackey returns with Thunder Punch. Thwacky just needs one more of that. Quaquaval gets Arm Thrust, which will not KO. And Thwacky returns with Moonlight to get its HP back to half. Pluck does take Thwacky's berry, so it will have to struggle if we get to that point. Or never mind, because stupid recycle. Barb Barrage does take down Thwacky though, so it doesn't even matter. Quaquaval really just needs to hope for a Oko move at this point. It does hit 5 times the Fury attack, and Eerie Impulse lowers special attack. But unless Quaquaval can hit an Oko move, it's very unlikely that Quaquaval will win. It really needs an ice... Oh, and that's over. Grookey just won 6 pieces of land. Congratulations to Grookey. But unfortunately, he is now surrounded by fire types. So it's not looking great for Grookey. He has one water type available, and that is Froakie. There are no more lime colors, so I'm just gonna move Grookey to the middle of the territory. That's probably easier. Alright, let's see what Grookey gets. And from now on, you got the same number of spins as the pieces of territory you get. So I'm gonna lower the spin time for that. So let's open up Team Builder to get it up. Grookey, Rillaboom gets 10 HP EVs. Grookey gets 10 special defense. And Thwacky gets 10 defense. So that's 3. Rillaboom gets 10 attack. Thwacky gets 10 HP. And the final boost that he will get is 10 special attack. Which isn't as useful, but you know what? Whatever. So let's see who is up next. Scorbunny, who is it's either Cyndaquil, Charmander, or Grookey. Nope, that's the wrong wheel. My bad. East is going to be Cyndaquil because there's more East Cyndaquils than East Charmanders. That is my logic for these types of things. Cyndaquil. Alright. I'm hoping my... Oh, I like both of these Pokemon. Brick Break from Scorbunny does do good damage. Wrap will deal consistent damage at the end of every turn. We'll see how that goes for Cyndaquil. Scorbunny gets Tar Shot. Cyndaquil is now neutral to fire attacks. Scorbunny gets Perish Song. There's no switching out. Cyndaquil gets Soak. There's no switching out unless you get Volt Switch. That was a bad time to get Water Spout. Fake Out does not work. Cyndaquil does get Circle Throw, which that just ruins Cyndaquil. That's very unfortunate. Circle Throw ruins Cyndaquil. He could have tied it up. Raboot does get superpower, but lowers attack and defense as Quilava raises its defense and special defense. Raboot gets corrosive gas with no Lepa Berry anymore. Lick does not paralyze. Raboot gets Ice Spinner, which gets a crit, ignoring both the drop and the boost. Miss, no more stat drops for 4 turns. Raboot gets Magic Powder. Quilava is now a Psychic type as it uses Frost Poison. And Raboot gets Spirit Shackle, great timing for that. Quilava gets Knockoff, so no more Lepa Berries for either of them. Raboot gets Wood Hammer. And since Quilava is only a Psychic type now, it's no longer resisted. Reversal won't do that much, as Triple Arrows KOs Raboot, and Scorbunny will come back in. Quilava is a sitting duck right now. And it looks like Victory Dance from Scorbunny as it gets toxic. And once again, Cinquilon just killed itself. So now, it's all up to Typhlosion. Yay, I always trust Typhlosion to do things. Charm does lower Typhlosion's attack, but Typhlosion is a bit of a special attacker, really. Cinderace gets Dragon Pulse. Cinderace is not a special attacker. Cinderace gets Worry Seed, no more Overgrow, and Typhlosion gets Rock Smash. Lowers defense, so now it's like and it's back to full. And he tries to set up Aurora Veil, even though there's no hail or snow. Triple Arrows lowers defense again. Cinderace gets Heavy Slam for not much damage, and Typhlosion gets Terra Blast, which does take its special attack stat. And Baton passes into Scorbunny to take an attack from Typhlosion, and Scorbunny is down. But that was a good play, actually, considering that it was at minus defense. So Cinderace basically just got rid of its defense drops. Cinderace gets Force Palm, does not paralyze, but it is lowered attack now. Cinderace misses Ice Cold Crash, sorry. Bounce, so he basically just needs to hope that Typhlosion, okay, no para from Typhlosion. Soak makes Typhlosion water type, they really love switching types. Floral Healing is a misplay by Typhlosion. Cinderace gets Topsy-Turvy, that's also a misplay. So now a physical attack will do massive damage to Cinderace, probably. Poison Tail does not poison, and Typhlosion gets Noble Roar, lowering its attack even more, and along with its special attack. Aerial Ace does pitiful damage as Payday deals 18%, I guess. Cinderace gets Luster not Cinderace, yes Cinderace. Fell Stinger deals okay damage for a bug move against a fire type. Skill Swap, Cinderace can no longer sleep and Typhlosion, and Cinderace goes down! Oh my goodness. What an insane play as Cyndaquil gets all of his territories. Once again, there are no other... What shade is this? Like, actually. Oh, okay. There are no others with that color, so I will just move Cyndaquil to the middle of the territory. And cyndaquil gets 6 wheels, but that will happen next time. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you there. Bye.